Hi, lovies. Good evening. How are you all doing? I trust you all are doing great. Today is Saturday, and this is currently past 6. I'm going for a solo Amala date. And yeah, while I was preparing, like getting ready, a lot of things keep going through my mind, and I just want to sit down and chat with you guys a little bit before I start going. Sometimes I used to wonder, like, where did I actually get this my shyness from? I know a lot of things I could have done, even when it comes to career or business. There are so many things I would have done more better if not for the fact that I'm very shy, extremely shy, if there's anything like that. And please take note that my shyness doesn't have anything to do with self confidence. In fact, I am so confident in myself that even my blood, they feel am. My siblings don't complain. Fire. Ignorance is not my problem when it comes to some things. And my sibling knows that I am a no-nonsense person. Apart from my siblings, even my staffs, friends, acquaintances, I know myself. I'm aware of some certain things. And if you know me, I observe a lot. So many times, okay, just like today, that I just got up and told myself, in Benin, you lock up yourself. In Lagos, again, you are locking up yourself. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what is your problem? My dad will always say, is this how you want to see the husband if you're always locked up in the house? But yeah, it is what it is. And you know the funny thing, when I sit down to think of this, it is not like growing up, anybody caged me or there is this curfew in our house that, oh, once it's 6 o'clock, nobody should enter. There is nothing like that growing up. I used to say it with my full chest that I'm that shy that I can't remember growing up that my parents beat me or told me to kneel down. My mom you always refer me as that perfect child. Like, you will hardly catch me doing something wrong. I don't know what it is, but some days I think about it. I can remember that time when my dad's friend comes to visit him and my dad calls me to, get water for them. When I come out to serve them, they'll be like, oh, so you still have a daughter like this at home? If you're new to the channel, my mom gave birth to girl before she gave birth to boys. And those girls are way older than me. In fact, they were all married before my mom gave birth to me. Our first child, which is our first daughter, her child is older than me. That's my niece. Do you guys get? So just so you know, the age gap they all gave to me. So when my dad's friend comes to visit, they don't even know that he has a child that is not married yet, right? Because I'm the like I was that shy that they never knew I would come. Do you get what I mean? So I'm telling you all these stories to know that I have so many reasons to spoil as a child. Growing up, five boys seniored me. Like, I was spoiled. I don't do anything. If now again, that's why I will always say when I see parents who always scream, yelling at their child, I just say, you know what, just ask God for grace, because at the end of the day, pikin will go spoil, go spoil. Back to what I was actually just telling you guys. Growing up, there was no restriction in our house. My dad is an outgoing person and a very outspoken person. He mingles a lot. There is no occasion that will happen in that our village that he won't be invited. On the other hand, my mom is a very smart, like, beautiful woman. The church we do attend, she is very, very super active there. She is involved in, usher, uh, prayer meetings and all of that. Then in her own personal ministry, I used to see her, she stand in the pulpit, preach to crowd. When I mean crowd, it was a massive ministry then. Yeah, I grew up being reserved. I see other children go out to play. Even when Amara them started coming to our house, I used to see them, they used to play outside. I don't used to go out with them. I'm always indoor. I wasn't restricted growing up. In fact, to even make matter worse, let me tell you guys, I lost my mom at a very tender age. Yeah. And at this point, remember, my elder sisters were already married, then left with the boys. The boys then they have left the country. Some were not in the country at that time, while some were still in Nigeria, but not in Anambra State. So it was now me and our last born, which is a boy, with my dad in that whole building. My dad goes out in the morning. and comes back late at night. I have the time to flex, go out, mingle with street girls, boys. I have the time to, play with Amara, them go to Amara mom's store that time. But I never did. What if that period, if it's no school, if it's no book, don't mention me. Even our last born knew me so well that time that nobody interrupts me. If I'm locked up in the room, leave me alone. So I don't know. This my shyness, this my not outgoing person, it doesn't have anything to do with the way I was brought up. If there is anything self, na me suppose spoil. I'm way, way different from my siblings. Like, thinking about it is so crazy. Where did I actually come from? If there's one habit, I will tell you I was exhibiting when I was small, even till now. To me, anyway, yeah, it's not me, but they used to say that I'm very stubborn. But deep down in me, if I sit down to check that their stubbornness very well, it's more like, oh, I don't tolerate nonsense. If I tell you, let this thing be here, let it be there. If I tell you, oh, I'm not coming out, I don't want to play, don't leave me. Do you understand? So they used to feel like, oh, I'm stubborn when they tell me something I don't do. But my dad has never complained about me. Okay, if there's anything, once my dad know I'm inside reading, he'll go and buy food for me. My elder brothers, they'll come, they will give me money. Nobody talks to favor. Okay, nobody. I don't hurt people. Like, I'm always that shy that stays on my own. Sometimes when I reflect on my childhood, it kind of give me peace. At the same time, I may be worried. Like, is it normal? Is it okay? It got to a point that people were like, oh, be like this girl no manje. Because now I'm not even fine. That time, Jesus. Hey, I was so beautiful. Some used to say I was even mommy water. I'm not fair again now. I'm not fine. Divine favor of that time, madre mia. I was so fine to think that my sister was using me to do shakara. You know all those childish behavior. They'll be like, oh, my sister is finer than your sister. You know that kind of a thing. My mom was still breastfeeding me when my sister took me when I was sleeping and traveled back to Lagos just because she wanted to go and use me to buga for her friends. I was so beautiful. Like, my hair was very, very long. And to crown it all, they enrolled me in school and my dad was, I was so, so intelligent. Like, they have nothing to complain about me. Like, I never give my papa a headache for one day. Even when I lost my mom, we were left under the care of my dad before Amara's mom came into the picture, right? Which she later died. May her soul rest in peace. But they have nothing to complain about me. Even till now, go reach to this dating stage of my life, I will never find your trouble. Like, I'm that type of person. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I used to say, God, when is the right time for me to have kids? Give me a child that is more precious, more peaceful than me. Of course, there are mistakes I've made in life, but believe me, those mistakes, I will tell you that it is lack of, will I say self awareness? I will just say at that moment it was ignorance. Secondly, maybe someone pushed me to the wall that made me react that way. I love being happy, if you know, but I don't know why I told you guys this, but I just wanted to sit down and chat with you guys because throughout the time I was preparing to go on this date, I was in the bathroom. I just sat down. I was just thinking on a whole lot of things. May the souls of my parents continue to rest in peace. I can boldly tell you that I'm that shy that never, never gave my parents any reason to regret. In fact, if there is anything, they were super duper proud of me. Yeah, like, yeah, they were super, super proud of me. Earlier this year, I told myself that I will be outside more. Only for us to get to February, March, I changed it again to be it is either I'm indoor or I'm traveling. Anything in between, nah. But yeah, we entered May. It's like I will change it to is either I'm traveling or I'm outside. I don't want to be indoor this year. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I can't change this. One of my siblings was telling me the other day that if at this point in my life that I'm still shy, that means there is no remedy for that, which I kind of get because at this stage of my life, we are in May by the way, and this May I'm turning 27. And best believe that in 7 years of my life on earth, I'm very exposed, right? I've seen different things, I've been to different countries, I've mingled with a lot of people from different families, different background, different countries, different religion, right? And I know how to mingle this. In fact, I have worked with so many of them in the same office, which I was more like their head or manager, whatever you want to call it. So, and I handle these people for so long, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, different companies, different countries, and they are all mixed, right? So, if at this point in my life, after being exposed, learned, and I'm still shy, huh, it is what it is. Again, I keep telling myself, no, it is what it is. Just accept it because there is nothing I can do, right? Even when I try to, oh, let's be there, oh, hello, this is not you, is not you. Do you understand? There are some things I see my mates do, like, I'm just like, can't you do? It doesn't have anything to do with peer pressure, like when it comes to material things, all those ones, no, they freak me. Alhamdulillah, by the special grace of God, at least I've gotten to a particular point in my life where I can tell you that, oh, some basic needs or some, how do I put it? When they say, oh, there is need and there is want, I can tell you that, oh, I can afford my need and even the want. Yeah. Not to brag, but to some certain extent, right? But all those things I found my mate very interested in. Oh, we, oh, this, not, or should I just say, when it comes to fashion, I'm not really interested. But I can literally invest in knowledge. I'm one of those people that doesn't believe that any knowledge is a waste. Yeah, if you know me, you will know that I have done so many courses in this life, like that I'm not even sure I will ever use the certificate in less than 20 years to come. But I just did it then. As long as I can afford it at that point, and I have the time to attend that course at that period, best believe I'm gonna do it and do it very well. Do you understand? I don't mind paying millions to do a particular course, but when it comes to buy wig, buy clothes, they freak me. Not that I don't. Again, I don't want to say something that some of you might misunderstand. Not that I don't like all those life, but they shock me. I don't know how to say it. If it is school and if they shock me, in fact, to make you understand that I truly believe that no knowledge is a waste. Not to brag, I know how many people that I have enrolled in school, both the ones that I paid their school fees from pre-nursery to primary school. And I can tell you for a fact that I have fully sponsored a medical doctor in the university. And currently, the person is doing well, a surgeon for that matter. In fact, if God blesses me tomorrow, I don't mind opening a free school. Anyway, this conversation is getting deep and it's already getting too late. Also, the church near this house, I'm sure you guys can hear them. They have already started their evening prayer. So let me start going now. Uh, I don't know. I think my sister might have closed by now, but she won't be here. She always gets home around that 8, 9 because of Lagos hold up. To be honest, that one a story for another day. I don't know how you guys cope. Normally, I suppose they follow her, they go store, but no be me. I'll see. Make I lie down for us. We are used to that. I know that this shyness I just talked about, some of you will be like, nah, lie, you where they talk. Well, you don't understand until you see me face to face. If I dey greet you, now so my face go be, Epadomosa, mommy, good morning, ma. My face is always on the floor. And the funny thing is that I laugh a lot, so I try to use laugh to cover. I try to use laugh to cover it, so you might not notice, but yeah. Yeah, we'll get there, okay? I don't have a problem with that shyness as long as it doesn't affect my self-confidence, just that it limits me in going to some certain places, right? Which is okay. But once in a while, I do love to go out, especially when my sister takes me out or all that good stuff. But it's not always all the time. But even when I'm in Benin, sometimes I just try out and go to maybe a sit out. I can just have shawarma and then head back home. But yeah, let me show you guys my outfit. Then we'll start going. I'm sitting at the balcony. That is where their is water tank is. I don't know if you guys can see me. I'm putting on this yellow scarf, this black top. I need to cross to that other side. Enter the one going to a cotton. Then I'll find my way from there. Let's cross. Oga, they go now. I know they stop you. Okay. I beg go. It be like I go stop vlogging. I know they Benin and the other thing. I'm not familiar with this route. But this my phone. They me important. I know they go. Bye. I'll talk to you all when I get home. Okay. Hi guys, I'm back home. This is 8:22 p.m. My sister is not yet back. Like, sometimes I used to pity this girl, to be honest, but the person where you dey pity, she know the pity herself. This Lagos life, I know how many times I have to convince her to, relocate to either Abuja or Port Harcourt. Like, in her own case, she's not really a career person like me. Do you understand? So she can easily move to another location, get shop, get a house. In fact, way cheaper than what she's even paying in Lagos. She'll still get clients, right? I don't know. It's see, am I the only one that sees life this way? Is all this gaga really worth it? I understand that we are looking for money, but at least let's be in an environment where you can also have time for yourself. I don't know. Lagos talk is story for another day. Before she will get home, it will be around 9, sometimes after 9. And this is someone that closed store since after 6. She not used to stay in the store up to 7 p.m. Ah yes, 6:30. The last time I even went there, I regretted it. When we closed, That day, the problem was that there was no traffic, but there was no bus. We stood at that junction for more than 2 hours. I'm not even exaggerating. For more than 2 hours, there was no bus. Eventually, we found one, and it was remaining one space. That one space safe, which is one seat. That one seat, it was by grace of God that I fought. I used my big body to block some place. So if I was not thinking, should Amara enter that one and be going first while I enter another one, or should I enter while Amara stand there? I just thought that what, you lap me or I lap you. First in history, like you get the money to pay, but you no see bus. Is that life? Like, is that life? I'm sorry, my Lagosians, but anyway, my date went well. I ate until I was full. I also wanted to chip in something. That part where I said I don't believe the education is scam or any knowledge is a waste. I feel like in Nigeria, we have this mentality that, not mentality, but let me say 30% of Nigerians go to school because they believe that, oh, once they are done, they will get a particular job and start working. Personally, okay, let me use this for instance. I went for flight attendant training here in Nigeria. By God's grace, I'm almost done with the exam. I will soon be issued a license. But if I tell you that I, Divine Favor, knows that I'm not working with that license anytime soon, you will probably think I'm joking. Because the way I carried the school, the training on my head that time, you will think I'm going for that training because I want to go in search of that job. Don't get me wrong, not that if I get the job, I won't go for it. But I'm trying to tell you that it is not one of my first plan or priority, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Like I stated before, I've done so many training, I've taken so many courses that I'm not even sure I'll use the certificate till I live this life. I'm using this particular training, for example. I desire to get a job. I want to, and if the chance come, no problem. But having it as that, make I just do this training, make I just get and make I go look for job, nada. It may seem weird to you, but this is me. So now, while I'm still waiting to be done with my exam to get my license and certificate as a cabin crew, do you know that I have also do you know that I have also gone to register for flight dispatch training? Hey, and I may still get that on the flight dispatch license. I will not use it. And if I have the money, I might even go for pilot training. Either whether I use the license or I don't use it, I don't give a fuck. In fact, the work that gave me money was not in any way one of my top choices. Do you understand? And that was when Divine Favor was Divine Favor, not be now again. No. So yeah, what am I trying to say? Don't limit yourself because, oh, I even see so many people, they go to university and after they study, come out, look for job, they did not see, they just say, oh, education is scam. Who told you? Who told you you are just, why are you limiting yourself to that particular course you did? Who told you there are no other things you can do? Who told you that? And also, who told Nigerians that once you are done with secondary school and you did not enter that four-corner wall called university, that you will not become somebody? Who told you people? Hmm? Anyway, this one is a story for another day. Did you know that half of Nigerians did not know what is aviation school? I'm not joking. All they know is that once they are done with secondary school, you go to university. Aviation school is like a university. But inside the aviation, there are so many courses you can you can study, right? Get your certificate, get your license, go apply for the job and start working if you want to. In abroad is like that. And as I will speak for the country I have lived in. Once you are done with your high school, if you want to go into aviation, let me use pilot for instance, just, go for checkups. If you are medically fit, you can apply for the training, especially if your parents can afford it. But in Nigeria, it's no longer like that. If you never enter that university, it be like your own don't finish. Who told you? Okay, let's even assume you have gone to that university, but probably you didn't get a job on what you study in Nigeria. Why are you limiting yourself to that particular one? Why not take other courses? Hmm? I don't like talking about this because sometimes I feel like these are unpopular opinions that people might have their take on that. So I don't even want to talk about it. I hold my opinion to myself, do what works best for me. Okay? If you reach my turn to born children, make I teach my children. Because I don't understand all this gaga goo goo goo. Even you will enter that university. You know, say you don't know what you are reading there. You know. Even that course you selected, you know. You, you shall know, say you are wasting your time there, but you shall want to stay there just basically because you want to belong. There are other schools existing. If you use aviation, for instance, if you enter into the aviation school, there are so many other courses to pick. Just the way you enter university, there are courses you can pick to read as well. That is the way other schools are. This is where I'll ending this vlog. Thank you guys so much for listening to all the rubbish I have to say. My opinions are always weird. I know, but I'm okay with it. I don't want to change it, and the same way I don't want you to change yours too. Hence why I keep my knowledge to myself. It's okay. Thanks for listening to me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.